Good. And I too want to support this amendment wholeheartedly and thank Minister Hayden and compliment him on his appointment and his initiative, and he understands it because he's a farmer himself. And I'm glad that the Minister, has embraced it and made efforts here with tax relief and faster tax rebates and relief, because it's just simply shocking number of fatalities and the number of incidents and accidents and loss of limb and loss of life, first of all, but loss of limb, and the trauma that brings onto the whole farming community and the whole farm wife and the farm family, because farms, as we know, especially in the past, used to be a full farm family enterprise, but now it's become very lonely and very it's not any less dangerous, probably more dangerous, because the size of the tractors and the size of the equipment and all the measures that Minister Hayden said there about, the different, for people who have had the accidents, they're very important, for the quick hitches and the hand levers and the front and rear pickups and all that. Yeah. But that won't deal with the size of the tractors, and just anything coming in their direction you won't see, because they're just ginormous and massive. And unfortunately, the way farmers have gone so big. So I welcome the provisions in the bill, and I will be supporting this amendment, and I would salute everyone involved in farm safety. And there's a great scheme, and they came in today, Viva, to tell us, just the name won't come to me. Maybe Minister Hayden will be able to help me. I can't think of it, but two ladies at this wonderful scheme where they did a video, and they were going to national schools. And it's all stopped now, obviously, with COVID, but it was a wonderful scheme, and showed the inherent dangers, and a talk and a proper video, and an animated video to show the risks and the dangers. And like we all see children on tractors and everything else, and it's just frightening, because the potential is there for accidents all the time. But the farmers now are a very lonely place, and there's normally only one farmer, and he won't even see the milkman now, because they come at 3 and 4 in the morning. That's the way it is with the land beers, and one of them did the creamery. And this all leads into why we're talking about the loss of the local pubs and local services shops and post offices. It's lonesome. And I want to just, with your indulgence, when we're on this, Councillor, please allow me to bring up the issue of farm inspections. They're going on now at the moment, right in the middle of COVID. Farmers need support with mental health. They can't get staff. Staff got sick. I have a farmer in South Tipperary with 10,000 plus sheep. And with an ongoing battle with the pet, not a battle, he want to work with them, but they're coming to inspect the sheep. Why they can't use drones or something, technology? If there's animal cruelty that has to be eradicated, I'm all for that. But he has a shepherd who has died. He's another shepherd who is sick. And he's unable. And now his family member is gone sick with the stress of it, the trauma. The days are so short now with fog and with rain to try and get sheep off a mountain or the side of mountains with sheepdogs. It's next to impossible. And they should be postponed until February and springtime, unless there's clear suspicion that there's any animal welfare issue. And surely with technology we can examine that. But I thought it was an EU directive. The Minister Hayden might be able to clarify that the minimum of farm inspections should be going on. I've spoken to Minister McConnell about this. I've spoken to the DVO in Tipperary, and it's putting enormous pressure and stress. Support is what the farmers need in these very trying times. They can't get staff. The weather, the prices, and the COVID, and the lack of people around them in the space, in the hillsides in Tipperary and East Cork and the Galtee Mountain, Knockmill Down and Slieve-na-Mon, the famous Slieve-na-Mon. So the farmers want to work, and they have complied, but we need engagement and training, and I welcome all those issues there. And I welcome the community aspect of it too, Minister Hayden, that you said, but I'm asking you at the moment to have common sense and have these inspections postponed until the springtime, when the days are longer and the weather is better, and farmers will have maybe some help back again. It's a lonely occupation now, and they can't get staff to do that kind of work. And you have to have trained shepherds to go out and round up sheep with their sheepdogs and get them in and mind them and have them in for inspection. So I'm appealing that these inspections, unless there's desperate, grave need, to stop. And instead of that, we ask the DVO inspectors to visit farmers or do it online or talk to them on the telephone to support them and ask them what problems they have. They have many problems with bills to pay this time of year and with, and poor prices and Brexit worrying them and everything else. So support, not intimidation and over-regulation we need. Support for these farmers, because, as I said, they're on their own, many of them now, and, it's lonely. But I do welcome them, and I support the amendment wholeheartedly, and the do for farm safety has to be welcomed. Thank you.